Hey everybody, well it's Carpo again. I just made a video while I was watering the lawn, and I really wanted to expound on this a little bit further, so I probably should have chosen to do this facing the camera in the first place. This is something that really hits home with me and that I've really considered lately, so I'm going to try to kind of reiterate a little bit. There's the material world and the spiritual world, if you want to call them divided that way. Really, it's all one and the same. And when I say spiritual world, don't take me as, making claims, particular claims. All I'm saying is when I say the spiritual world, I guess what I should say is the unknown, the 90+% of, dark matter and dark energy, these things that aren't understood yet, that we've yearned to understand. That even science, and the most expensive science experiment we've ever built was with a Large Hadron Collider, a 17-mile circular, atomic collider to try to find this God particle, as they call it. And we want to understand the universe better. We're spending lots of time and money to do it. And it's evasive, and it's funny. And I think that most quantum physicians have got to the point where they realize that there are certain things that we can understand down to a certain point, and then it becomes pointless to even try to question it or wonder, because there's such an uncertainty in the quantum realm. And the quantum realm to me just merely means this is the vibrational realm. This is where these things manifest and take place. Anybody who's experimented with cymatics knows how water affects, or sound affects water, frequency can affect matter, sand. And I've done my own cymatics experiments. I had a bunch posted up last year. And I did a lot more that I never filmed, but I started to understand this thing better, Frequencies we can't hear, subsonic and hypersonic, whatever frequencies that are way beyond our realm, that are creating things like matter, creating matter. This is what they call the Word in the beginning, the Word of God, which is just the spoken vibration, this Om, and I've kind of gone back and forth with it over my life, trying to understand how does this incorporate into the reality without letting myself get sucked into other beliefs or saying, this Bible or this book or this teaching is correct. And understanding it in my own way, because from what I've been taught from when I was young, that you can feel out the truth yourself. You don't need a leader, you don't need a teacher. But here's what I started getting at, that the more knowledge you gain, the more scientific understanding, that'll never get you to that quietude, But at the same time, if you live in complete quietude, then you're not aware of a lot of the things that are going on. So a person has to use balance. This is the yin-yang part, that you cannot just sit and meditate for 50 years and die, nor can you run around scrounging for money and trying to just live without thinking about what it means to be alive. There's a balance there. And everybody finds it their own way. But what I was saying in the last video was how the material science world, there are claims that, everything is created by our observation, and that the more you focus, the more you understand, that's the basis. The more you research, the more you learn, the more you understand. And the complete opposite is claimed, and is true of many, say Eastern philosophies, which say that completely quieting the mind and letting the universe speak through you is how you learn, how you know. So there's a way to learn and there's a way to know. There's a barrier between the two, because what we can learn, we can write down and we can prove and do these things often over and over, these experiments to prove, as far as we know, that they're true in this reality. But the things that we know can't be expressed. They can be shared through a glance with two people who understand. But most people just call it hocus pocus, or, mysticism, and it's just old, ancient, archaic beliefs that were based on nonsense, which is what I used to believe. That until I started researching these deities and these gods, and asking myself, why were they these animals, and why did they have these creations, and started listening to the different stories about it, and listening to the ancient aliens theory. It didn't work for me, going back and forth between all these different theories, and taking a little bit of each of them until I realized that the one truth that is universal is that that is that truth can never be grasped. The truth of life, you know, the entirety of life. I've often attributed it to being similar as a facet. We're facets on a jewel, a huge jewel with infinite facets. And when you're standing on a facet, you can look around and see the ones next to you, but you can never see the whole. Or akin to the metaphor I used yesterday about the mountains, and how when you're on a mountaintop you can see others on other mountaintops, just not so clearly. Maybe you can't make out who they are, but you can see all the ones that are around you on the same mountain. As you traverse mountains, you meet new people, do new things. The more I start to think in metaphors, the more my whole life becomes a metaphor, and it's a consistent, repetitious cycle. That what's up, buddy? You need something? Just getting your shoes? I'm almost done. I'll be in just a second, okay? It's my son. Yes, I'm making a video about life, and I'm making a video about how some things just can't be understood unless you just feel them. What do you think about that? You wanna say something?
So, nature, wind can produce energy, and sometimes you can even get windmills and make electricity for your house, so you don't have to get electricity from your city.
This is a good point. That's a great way to conserve power.
And leaves turn into lettuce, so we can eat that healthy stuff.
Composting?
Yes. Yeah. That's very good.
All the nutrients?
Yeah. We always need to never ever waste. We never ever have to throw garbage out your window, because that can kill animals somehow.
That's
so
true.
Never ever do it.
It's polluting our environment, huh?
Yes.
Yes. We protect our world, don't we?
Yes, we do. We always have to. We always never ever have to take. We never ever. We never ever take leaves off of a tree, all of them, and or cut down trees, because trees help help air come to our earth. We need trees. We need gardens, which is right
there.
Right there, and
Yeah.
And we always have to, and we always go and save our environment.
Well, thank you for that. And I don't think I could have said it any better myself. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone.